Tracking trends is making connections between different fields. People on the street, they know everything about the economic world they have to know about, but they don't know the details of the geopolitical world. Let's go back to 2000, January. China launches the COVID war on the Chinese Lunar New Year, the year of the rat. 3 years of zero COVID policy. They lock down the nation, and they know everything that you're doing. You couldn't do what they didn't tell you to do. They destroyed the lives and livelihoods of hundreds of millions of people. The world has not come back from the COVID war. Before Bill Clinton brought him in, their GDP was like that. Boom, skyrocketed. With all booms, there's a bust. Depending on whose numbers you look at, there are between 25 to 90 million empty apartments in China. They overbuilt it. Making a bad situation worse, they locked down the joint for 3 years. Look at their manufacturing numbers that just came out. Negative, like 46. Anything under 50 is decline. Look at luxury sales. The fish rots from the head down. We write about this every week in the Trends Journal for like 2 years. And because of all of the geopolitical tensions, people don't want to buy anything in China other than made in China. People sometimes, they say, I make predictions. Nobody can predict the future. There are too many wild cards made by nature or by humans. I believe the 20th century was the American century and the 21st century would be the Chinese century, because the business of America has been war and the business of China is business. They changed it when they launched the COVID war. Yes, the global economy is in total slowdown, and it's a bad situation is becoming much worse with the tariffs wars. Before China came into the World Trade Organization, there were nothing. In 2000, 10% of their 18-year-olds went to college. Today, nearly 70%. What does this have to do? It has to do a lot with AI. AI is the future. Hate it, love it, want it, don't want it. It's trend forecast. This is not what you want, what you like. It's what it is. And China's going to lead the AI race because young people are totally AI high-tech addicted, and they're going to college for it. America's going down. Less kids are going to college. We got 347 million. They got 1.4 billion, and they're very intelligent. There's going to be a dot-com bust 2.0 in this country. They overinvested. Trends are born, they grow, they mature, reach old age, and die. The AI trend was only born 3 years ago in 2022. You don't invest all your money in the first car companies or any of the first companies. And that's what they did. They overinvested in the IPOs, the IPO wannabes, and many of the other AI, copy over here. We had forecast .com bust back in 1999. We said it would bust by the second quarter of 2000, and it did. And so that's very important because it's going to bring down the equity markets. We've also said Trump is going to do everything he can to lower interest rates. He did it before, he'll do it again. Go back to 2018 when he was president. The Dow had the worst December since the Great Depression. He forced Powell to lower interest rates, and Powell lowered them in 2019. Now what just happened? Trump came out again and said, Powell, you got to lower interest rates to juice up the economy. The lower interest rates go, the deeper the dollar falls. The deeper the dollar falls, the higher gold prices go up because gold is dollar-based. So as the other currencies go up, it's cheaper to buy more gold, and the dollar's going down. The death of the dollar has begun. The BRICS have had enough. The world has had enough of the United States' economic and geopolitical hegemony. It's a freak show. Pick your country and look at the freak running the show. You got that little nothing of a boy over there in the UK, Starmer. And who was before him? Boris Johnson. The best cartoonist in the world couldn't come out with a clownier little piece of crap than Boris Johnson. What do you got over there in France? Macron, the little garçon with the fake hair. And if he has a pecker, it's this big. If he has one at all, his wife beating him up. Oh, what they got in Germany now? Merz? Oh, where did he come from? Oh, the BlackRock group? Oh, and we got to build our military with the Russians may invade Europe. Oh, what in Germany? You only killed 25 million of them in World War II? Operation Barbarossa? It's one little piece of scum running a country near you. And it breaks my heart. It breaks my, and the guys have lost their fight. They suck up to the crap they want to hear. And if you don't suck up to the crap that they swallow, why, how dare you not swallow the crap that I love to swallow? I'm a repulsive kid. I'm a Democrat. I got a mind that big and a pair of cojones smaller than Georgie Bush's, all right? That's the way I see it. It's been going on forever. Look what just happened in the UK. They just had that little piece of shit King Charles III went to Canada and sat on a throne with his little medals. And what king? If he was an Italian, they'd call it the mafia, the royal family, murderous bastards for centuries. Why the sun never sets on the British Empire? We kill and steal all over the world. This shit's been going on forever. And roll out the red carpet. Matter of fact, when Zelensky was in Germany with Maersk, big red carpets rolled out and all these little boys dressed up in their drag costumes saluting. What's your favorite war? You like the Peloponnesian War? I like the 100-Year War. Oh, the War of Roses was so lovely. What's your favorite crusade? They're murderers and thieves. They're low-life pieces of scum that people call politicians. Again, I was the assistant to the Secretary of the New York State Senate. I worked on major political campaigns in Westchester County back in the 70s. I got a picture when I picked up Ronald Reagan at the Chicago Hilton and put on a brunch for 16 of our board of directors when I was 30 years old. I've been with presidents, prime ministers, and princes. It's a fucking freak show. And the freaks are running the show. End of story. Every year we do our top trends. Never, ever did we have a top trend as wild card and the Trump card. They're being played in front of everybody's eyes. By the way, I had lunch with Donald Trump's brother. He goes on to tell me that when the father died, he left the family over $500 million worth of real estate. Trump is nothing more than a spoiled daddy's boy with a bad attitude. One of my books, What Zidzi Gave Honey Boy, I write about how as I was a kid, they couldn't control me. I was the youngest of 5, born right after the war in the Bronx. They couldn't control me. I ran away from kindergarten at 4.5 years old across the Boston Post Road. They used to threaten me, you little bastard, we had enough of your shit, you're going to military school. I'll be good. You think I'm going to go to military school? Trump was so arrogant, they sent him to military school in Cornwall, New York, just about 30 minutes south of us in Kingston over here, in the middle of nowhere. Imagine being a teenager. Time to go to bed. Time to get up. Put on your costume. Eat crappy food. He was so arrogant, so narcissistic, they sent him to military school, all right? And he has that same attitude. Again, born on third base, thought he had a home run. And when you look at the whole crew, that's all it is. As George Carlin used to say, it's one big club and you ain't in it. Once upon a time, there was manufacturing in America. And here, this is one of my T-shirts, by the way. Beware of Slick Willie, 1992, when he ran for office. Get them jobs out of America. Bring them down to Mexico. You're going to get cheap labor. You'll make a lot more money, and you give it to me. You pay me off, all right? I get paid $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 an hour to bullshit for free. It's called payback, all right? NAFTA. They used to have manufacturing where I am in Kingston, shirt factories, Gant, all gone. Rust belts. We used to have manufacturing here. Then that scum brought China into the World Trade Organization. They officially came in 2 weeks after 9/11. China's GDP for like 1970 to 2000 was like this. And boop, loads of the manufacturers from the United States and Europe went over there to get cheap labor. I believe in the tariffs, but I don't think they're going to work because it's not the same America anymore. My uncles owned fish stores and butcher shops. They started from nothing. The middle class is dead. It's slave-landian now. Matter of fact, the article in the Trends Journal this week. U.S. is home to a third of the world's millionaires and billionaires. All right? Again, they did away with all the antitrust laws, particularly this Slick Willie, that every time he got caught with his pants down, bombs away over Baghdad, they did away with all these antitrust laws that allowed the bigs to get bigger. When I was a young guy, there were things called hardware stores, stationery stores, drug stores, shoe stores. Now they're all chains. This is the New York Times that you pay $6 for the Sunday edition. There used to be copy. There used to be print. He passed the Federal Communications Act in 1996. There were thousands of independent radio stations, newspapers, TV stations, etc. All gone. 6 companies control 92% of the American media. The paper record, how about the toilet paper record? And when I can't stand politicians and I say what I feel, this is a T-shirt that you could also get at Trends Journal. And that's what it is. You got a bunch of freaks in charge. All they're interested in themselves. Let's go back to Trump. Go back to his quotes about how it was against Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Hey, but now my kid's in the business, all right? And we're coming up with a meme coin, right? Oh, we got Lutnick and Witkoff over there. 2 of the people in his, the Commerce Secretary and the Middle East Envoy. Their kids in the business too. So we said when Trump came in, watch Bitcoin spike. You got over $100 million from the crypto club. Money talks, bullshit walks. And the money's talking. And by the way, the world is going to go digital. They're going to know every penny you spent, what you spent it, more information about you. Most important, your politicians, all they do is suck off the public take. They want your tax money. And now they know every penny that you got, and they'll get it. So the world's going to go digital. AI is the future. If there was no Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, gold prices would be double what they are now. One of our top trends for 2024, golden year for gold, golden up 27%. We see gold easily hitting $4,000 an ounce this year. The future is so uncertain. I began buying gold when the Iranian conflict broke out in late 1970s. I bet that gold and oil prices would go up, and I started betting the futures markets, and I did very well. So I've been following gold since then. I got blacklisted from TikTok because I said Ukraine's going to ramp up this war against Russia. They're going to attack deeper inside, and possibly a false flag event and or a bombing of a nuclear power plant. Oh, now what's happened? Oh, they just took out, over 40 Russian planes, bombed 4 airfields, and bombing deep inside of Russia. They're going to keep ramping this war up as Europe is. This is why gold prices are going up. Economies are built up when the products that are produced are bought by consumers. These products are only enriching the military-industrial complex. They're not going to build the economy. They're going to drain it more. And a total waste of money. More planes, more tanks, more ships. It'll be nuclear annihilation. With this book, Trends 2000, they had me down at Virginia Military Institute back in 2000, talking about what I've been writing about new millennium warfare. Oh, the Chinese just came out with a drone that puts in another 200 drones to shoot out? All this is a waste of money, what they're doing. Once upon a time, there was a guy by the name of Dwight D. Eisenhower, 5-star general, supreme commander of the Allied forces in World War II and 2-term president. The military-industrial complex is robbing the nation of the genius of the scientists, sweat of the laborers, and the future of the children. All right? And that little Mertz clown, you know what he keeps talking about? We're building up, quote, the military-industrial complex.